Right, I've got a fantastic piece of equipment today to show you, which I got from VEVOR. It's a 12-ton hydraulic press, and this is just part of it here, the 12-ton hydraulic bottle jack that goes on it. I've always wanted one of these presses for installing bearings or taking them off of spindles or whatever. You can also use the hydraulic press for bending metal, for pushing objects together. I'm going to be using it to push a coin into this pendant later. And they're great tools to have in the workshop or garage. So now, just before I go any further, I'll just show you a couple of screenshots of the actual press that I shall be assembling and reviewing. And I've got these shots off of the VEVOR tool site. And I'm going to show the various stages of assembly of the press. I laid it flat on the terrace outside to assemble it. It's very straightforward to assemble. It's got a very good instruction manual, all in English, and a diagram there and the parts list to help you put it together. And when it's nearly fully assembled, the last piece to go onto the press unit is this bottle jack. And this one is under spring pressure when it's installed. So there's two springs that come down, one either side. And to actually assemble the press, I've come up with an idea, which I use this piece of plywood and a scissor jack, and I'll show you how I use these at the end to stretch the springs to enable the installation of this one. And this idea saves a lot of problems trying to stretch the springs by hand, and makes the assembly much easier. So now I'll go out onto the terrace outside and show you the various stages of assembly. Like I say, it's very straightforward if you follow the plans, and fairly easy to do. And just before I show that, I'd just like to say that when you're using these hydraulic presses, make sure you use safety gear. I use a full face visor and a heavy duty pair of leather gloves. So that's how easy it is to assemble it and put the bottle jack into the press. And I did forget to mention the size of the socket and the spanner to assemble it. That's all you really need. It's 17mm. And I'm going to be mainly using the press for making jewellery. I like making jewellery. I've made my necklace you may have seen in the past. And this is a little pendant that I'm making out of stainless steel with a coin. This is the Indian head USA coin. It's my favourite coin for making jewellery. And I've made this one up, turned it, ready for the coin to be pushed into this one. And I've made a little tool here so that the front diameter here is just a bit smaller than the diameter of the coin. And I've made it so that there's a shoulder, so when this pushes the coin into this ring, the coin will end up dead center in the actual ring. And then it'll show both sides of the coin if you turn it round, although the buffalo on the back will be upside down. But obviously if you wanted to make the pendant with the buffalo so that it was up the right way as well, you could actually use 2 coins. So now I'll go outside and show you it pushing the coin into this ring.